Hello guys, Marcel here from theScore eSports, day 2 in the gauntlet. We just played Unicorns vs Fnatic. I mean, only one team got to play League of Legends sadly today. You guys kind of stomped them, right? So, with all the recent drama or whatever it was on Twitter, right? You guys made a statement that you guys got like left out in scrims and everything and they cancel on you. It must feel like kind of good, no? To beat Fnatic in such a convincing fashion?
Yeah, overall it feels really good actually to beat them after like Splyce and Fnatic went to scrims and kind of left us out. Yeah, so it's like really good because, I mean, they got practice, we didn't. And we just wanted to show that we can beat them without practice because we want to show that we're the better team. So yeah, we try to just play solo queue in the meanwhile and get individually as good as possible. And then we try to get a convincingly win over them.
I mean, you guys had 2 pretty good scrims on stage, like yesterday and today, right? So that's fine. I think, I mean, I expected you guys to go to the final anyway, even though you guys had like scrim problems, because it feels like you guys developed like a pretty good macro game, and you guys have like a very good, I think, how is it called? You guys have a good identity as a team, right? So how did that happen? Like, I mean, at the start of the split, Unicorns were like pretty underwhelming. It was like middle of the pack, middle of the pack, and then all of a sudden you guys develop that very, very strong like team identity that you like kind of take over games on hyper carries. You get like a lot of mid lane bans right now, and people focus you really hard. So can you talk about like the progress leading up to this point right now?
I think as a team, we just had to get a good grasp together to evolve as a team. And Sheepy did a lot as well. Like without Sheepy, we obviously wouldn't be where we are now. And I think individually as a player, for me it was really hard the first weeks. I was a bit nervous in the first few days, but also I didn't really understand the competitive play as it is actually. And yeah, I tried to learn it over time, and I think it shows at the moment. Yeah, I think people banning mid laners because my champion pool was kind of small. Like I picked up now Karma last time as well, and that's also a really good pick. So I think that we see less mid lane bans now because I have a bigger champion pool. And yeah, I was quite surprised that they banned mid laners like G2 against us, especially because it's Perks. And he's known to be a really good mid laner, probably the best in Europe. For me, it's the best in Europe beside Rio. And yeah, it was really surprisingly. And I think like I felt a bit honored that they banned mid laners against me.
Okay. Yeah, I think like looking at social media, I of course follow all the pros, and during the games I watch what they tweet, and they actually give you, like especially you, as like a lot of respect. I feel that you guys, like you finally got like recognition as one of the better mid laners. Like you've been taking over games with like Vladimir Kassin, all that kind of like late game hyper carries kind of. How do you feel to like get recognized by like so many pro players that like didn't even think you guys might have a chance at the start, but now think like you guys are like a legit threat? And yeah, I think a lot of people of the pros said you guys can even like beat Splyce tomorrow, right?
I think it feels really good that like many players that I respect say that I'm doing good. So this kind of gives me confidence that I need on stage and overall. So I know that what I'm doing is pretty good and not just some random stuff. Overall, I think that we can beat Splyce tomorrow if we just play our game correct. We have good ideas what to do against them already. And we have 2 good days of practice now behind us. And yeah, we can. I believe that we can definitely show that we are the better team.
So yeah, to just touch on the subject, like from like the scrims and everything that they cancelled, like can you maybe explain like from your point of view how it like felt that the people like you had like scheduled scrims with them and then they cancel on you to just not be left out, because one team has to get like left out, right? If you have like 3 teams, one team gets like let's practice automatically, and I think both teams didn't want to be that team that only practiced like one day, right? So I mean, did it really hurt you in the end? Like you had like two games on the stage right now, like 2 days in a row. Do you really feel that it hurt you that much that you couldn't practice for like a couple of days?
I think it hurts a bit because we couldn't really practice mid lane champions because we had no scrims, so I had to practice in solo queue. And it's a big difference between solo queue and competitive, right? In terms of team play and how to play the champion. But overall, I think that it didn't hurt us too much. Like, it felt really bad that they cancelled scrim against us, especially because it was scheduled against us. And then they just cancelled with the argument that they want to deny us scrims, which is, yeah, that's kind of bad-mannered. And I think that was actually not too bad because we were really looking forward to play together as a team against a good team. And our communication, these games yesterday and today, were way better than it usually was. So yeah, we were all looking forward to play as a team, and I think this was a big step.
So yeah, I guess Splyce mastermind plan was like to just deny your scrims because maybe they're afraid of you or something. I don't know. I mean, from my perspective, it sounded like Splyce just wants to deny scrims for you guys because they're probably gonna face you in the final, and it would be the best way for them to like harm you or make you like a weaker opponent. But yeah, regardless of you beating Splyce tomorrow, because I think when the interview comes out, it's probably like already decided you go to Worlds or not. So what do you think like the next time or the next like span of time, like IEMs, maybe All-Star, maybe even Spring Split? What do you think is like in store for you as a player? Do you feel that you improved to a point where you can finally like show that you're like one of the best, maybe like the top 3 mid laners in Europe?
I think right now, from the teams that are left in Gauntlet, I think that I'm definitely top 2 player beside Knight. I don't feel like Senkooks and Fabian are that strong actually. Like Fabian played really well today. I was really surprised because when we played scrims, he didn't really show up too much. And to be honest, I was a bit disappointed when we played against them in scrims because it was like, if you play a matchup really that's like tough or even, and the enemy just plays it bad, then you can't take this as a result, you know, because you can't base it on how good the champion is, so you can't evaluate it. And yeah, sometimes scrims got a bit useless because of this. But I think overall, I really want to show that I'm a good mid laner in the past, like in the next time, even when meta changes, that I can get a good grasp on it. And yeah, I think I can definitely do it. Like even in 6.17 right now, they got Jace buffs in, which I really like. So yeah, I will try to get some good stuff.
All right, thank you so much for this interview, and of course, best of luck tomorrow. It would be bittersweet if you guys actually beat them, and then I think the memes come up on themselves, and yeah, no scrims anyway, right? So thank you so much for this interview, best of luck, and if you guys want to check out more stuff, theScore eSports.com as you covered, download our app, and make sure to watch the interviews. See you guys next time.